Look at me, everybody, I'm skating on the ice. Oops, perhaps I can't. Of course, he eventually gets out to where the ice has thawed, and he's absolutely fine. At one point, I thought the duck was going to try and help him, but no, I'm having nothing to do with him, and carries on going. Once he's eventually free, he just stays in the same spot for a little while, probably making sure that nobody saw what he did, if all honesty. It looks like he got away with it because everybody else seems to be asleep over there. Perhaps they did see him after all, because it sounds like he's getting laughed at now. Now let's have a look and see what else I can show you that's over there. You might be quite surprised. A male mandarin duck, looking absolutely splendid. His lady is about, and you will see her soon. She's about to appear. She's on the left, and she's the apricot colour duck that's there. There they are, back together. It's not often that they're apart. They seem to stay together very close the whole time. With a little bit of research online, it says that mandarin ducks like to stay together for life, and that there are 4,400 pairs of them in the United Kingdom. They are native to China and Japan and were first imported to Britain in the mid-18th century. In the 1930s, some escaped from a collection at Fox Warren Park in Surrey. Today, that park still has the biggest collection of mandarins in England. Since their escape, their numbers in the wild have slowly increased with each year. After initially believing that mandarins paired for life, it's since been discovered that actually they don't. China used to export hundreds of thousands mandarin ducks every year all across the world. But the export trade of doing so was ended in 1975. I've only seen a mandarin duck twice before on the Norfolk Broads, once at Rollesby Broad and the other time at Carey's Meadow. So this explains why I'm filming it for so long. I hope you don't mind. After all that swimming, it's now time to get out of the water and have a preen and join the other ducks. As large as Barton Broad is, all the ducks seem to like congregating together. The teal are over there. There's one or two different things. The tufted ducks, the little grebe, golden eye, They all seem to like being together in numbers. I suppose it's safety in numbers, isn't it? I mean, you may have seen recently I filmed a buzzard trying to get one of the ducks, just right over there where they all are now. Look at the male mandarin duck trying to stand still on the ice, but he keeps sliding. I shouldn't laugh, I know, but I just find it so amusing. Aren't they great? It looks like it's time for a morning snooze. Here are the tufted ducks. They like to all swim together in a group and they all copy each other. If one goes under the water, the one behind them usually does as well. They're so comical. And again, you saw me film them recently and the male trying to attract the female would keep throwing his head back onto his back. Do you remember that video? So if you're thinking to yourself, why do I keep going to Barton Broad? Well, if you've followed me for a long time, you know I do that. I'll be in one place for a long time, then I move on to somewhere else. And it's only by doing that you get to see all these different things that the wildlife do. And this is my wildlife channel. So, I like to watch the terns in the summer here, being fed by the parents and scared to go past the cormorant because the cormorant would pinch the fish out of the parent's mouth that was meant to be for its offspring. If I only came here once and never went back again, I'd miss so much. You have to keep going back. Just as I saw the fox along the boardwalk to come down here to walk to this part, if I wasn't here so much, I would miss so many things. I imagine the water wasn't frozen when the person put the roses into the water. So they haven't travelled very far. They're still where they were put in. This cormorant's just been having a bath in the water and look at his head feathers. All wet and soggy. It's now mid-morning and other people begin to arrive at the viewing platform. So I take this as my cue to leave and start to make my way back to the car. And I had to stop because there's a red-spotted woodpecker just landed in the tree. At this point, I've got my head right back like one of those tufted ducks and I'm trying to film directly up at the tree. Suddenly a big flock of birds fly right up into the tops of the trees and I'm thinking, what are they? So I'm going to guess they were linnets, but if you know otherwise, do let me know. I hope you've enjoyed watching the goose fall through the ice, the stunning mandarin ducks, weren't they fabulous? And the linnet, which was very unexpected, and of course the spotted woodpecker. He was very handsome, wasn't he? I'd like to thank you all for watching. When you watch this on Thursday, I'm actually away, not very far from home, but I'm hoping to bring you some different content for next week. So let's see what I find for then. Do you remember in last week's video, this boardwalk was closed due to a dangerous tree? Well, it's now been dealt with and is no longer a danger to anybody. Have a lovely week. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.